And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Smokin Podcast, episode 3. Drop Time Taxidermy Building, Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania, or Bridgeport. Whatever,
Welcome.
Whatever the hell it is. Across from me, as always, my co-host, Mr. Randy Gouten, the man who puts the owl in Outen. And joining me today,
Joining us
for the first time.
Two guests.
We've planned for this so long. The most pleasant thing about Mount Pleasant, man that I call my brother, a man that I love as dearly as anyone in this world, Mr. Grant Gouten. Oh, and Andy Davis. Andy Davis is here. My boy Andy's here.
I don't know if you're the most pleasant thing about.
No, I'm definitely not.
Thanks for
you
coming,
look
Andy.
pleasant. Beard looks great over there.
Yeah,
Thanks for
working at
coming,
it.
Andy.
Yeah, hey, I'm here. It's a pleasure to be here. Surrounded by deer.
You
and
like deer?
banjos and
Bangers.
all kinds of good shit going on here.
We got like a pole axe back there.
Clint was picking a banjo a bit ago.
Yeah, I was playing some Dixie.
Grant just got in from New England
Yeah, North Carolina.
about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, North. We like them just about as much as the Patriots. So you know,
Yeah, that's a great distinction
Panthers,
right there.
Patriots, whatever. No, if Panthers were they? It's Carolina
Yeah,
Panthers.
yeah,
see?
North
Yeah.
Carolina.
That's
I
North
know what
Carolina.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got it. Panthers, Patriots,
Same thing.
Cats, guys with guns. What's the difference?
Yeah. Who cares?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So what the hell are we going to talk about? I got to figure something out. Like I told you, Andy, I have a bunch of stuff I do my research. I figure all my stuff out. But when we get into it, it's kind of fun just to bullshit and not talk about anything particular.
Well, this is weird because you asked me to be on your podcast, and I do my podcast, and I don't normally get interviewed. Actually, I do a lot of interviewing. I don't do a lot of interviews, and I have I've done a couple, obviously, but
You can feel free to interview us.
yeah.
A little bit.
Okay.
Not a lot of bit, but a little bit.
I like your glasses.
Thank you.
Those
Thank you,
are
brother.
sick.
Thank you, brother. They're actually Grant's. I stole them. He don't even know. He didn't notice yet.
No, I didn't. Are they mine?
No,
Oh.
not anymore.
You think he knows those
They were.
sunglasses?
Yeah,
They were at
were.
one point.
Are you wearing them or me?
No.
Oh, my
Yeah, they're
goodness
mine.
gracious.
Are those
Possession is
Costa?
9/10 of the law.
Are those Oakleys, dude?
No.
Costas?
He wouldn't have them if
Costco's.
they were coasted.
Costco's?
If they were
Geckos?
coasted.
Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly in South Carolina.
Those are
Yeah.
geckos. $5.99 gecko.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
All right. Well, I will go to my preformed line of questioning.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Andy, I wanted to take it back to when you and I first met. Do you recall?
It was with the Washington Furnace.
Correct?
I was watching Bruce Cush.
Mhm. Shout out to Bruce.
Shout out to Bruce. He co-wrote "You Got My Soul."
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Bruce play at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and you were there, and I was like, "Okay, that kid can shred." And I wanted to start a band, and I had a drummer and no guitar player, and well, we had a guitar player briefly, but that's a long story. We won't even get into
Yeah.
that. And I actually asked you to like come on board, and then there it was.
Yeah. Well, actually, believe it or not, we had a little gap. We did have a little gap. Because remember, we didn't see each other
Yeah,
until...
that was the short story.
Yeah, we didn't see each other again until Bruce was again playing Possum Hollow.
Uh-huh.
And then we were both there that night. And then you and I got on stage. It was you, me, Mike, your drummer, and Tyler, my old keyboard player. And we got up there and turned some heads, did something. I don't know. We had fun. And then it was like, well, let's get together. So you and I got together that
I
week.
still think Tyler should be playing keys.
Yeah.
For somebody. Even if,
He's doing the
I don't
family
care if
thing,
it's a
man.
church band, man. Like, that dude's talented. Like, go play, bro.
Yeah, Tyler's incredible. He's got another kid on the way.
I don't remember when me and you met.
I don't either. We were probably both drunk. That would
Probably.
make sense.
So that's the thing. Randy and I talked about this on the first podcast. Him and I can't remember when the hell we met.
I don't remember the stuff that I can't remember.
Yeah. That's
That
pretty
makes
much
sense.
it.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But you and Grant, you didn't know.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
get way back.
We went to
High
school
school.
together. Yeah. And played soccer together.
And he had diesel trucks. I had diesel trucks. I mean, it was
You could have been
basically we're redneck kings.
Pretty
much.
Riding around a small town.
Yeah.
Big diesels and
get
all
that.
the ladies all the time. That's just
or
what we
some
do.
of them.
Yeah.
Or some of them.
So-
Different vehicles every other week.
Yeah, we both do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've slowed down. The older I get.
I'm on 53.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have more than me.
Really?
I'm only on like 37.
Oh, I got you beat.
I'm on like 8.
I want to
Jeez.
know how many pairs of underwear you've had in your life.
Me? You'd be surprised. It's not that many.
So
I actually have my favorite pair of underwear is camo. It's Fruit of the Loom.
Of course.
Fruit of the Loom.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit of the Loom. Whatever, you know what I'm saying.
Fruit of the Woods.
Fruity Loom.
Well, they're camo, and they have no bottoms. Like the middle section.
There's no end to it, or
No, like the middle section's just gone. They're just blown out.
so you're just
So I
basically wearing.
cannot wear them to the gym. I found that out because then you get chafed.
You're barely.
This
you're
is a weird conversation.
Keep going.
Already.
This is why we do this.
You get chafed.
Basically,
you get chafed pretty bad.
You're wearing a waistband, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just like a loincloth almost. It's
Okay.
camo too. It's a loincloth.
You're like
you know?
Tarzan.
I
in it.
really try to channel my inner native when I put those on, and you can't go to the gym because then the boys start.
Well, I'm
running
not going to
around.
the gym with you now.
Yeah, I don't wear them to the gym. That's what I was
Okay.
saying. I can't. Can't wear them there anymore.
Did you try it?
Well, as they were getting worse, I started noticing that, like, okay, man, I'm chafed. I don't want to do that.
People are like
Nobody likes chafing.
trying to
A
throw you
man, woman,
No,
doesn't matter.
no.
If you get chafed, it sucks.
Mhm.
You know, we were talking about sand. I actually saw you, Clint, yesterday.
Yeah.
We were talking about sand.
Yeah.
You said
It's coarse, irritating, and it gets
sucks.
everywhere. Yeah.
You know, chafing at the beach is like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get sand in your board shorts. Dude, it's so bad. Yeah. So
Oh,
there's my outlook on chafing. But no, I have not had as many pairs of underwear as I had vehicles. I actually asked my wife to buy me some new boxers the other day.
How'd that go?
She said no.
Really?
She said it's not Christmas.
Shot down.
I'm like, why's it got to be Christmas to get underwear?
Because it's an easy gift, man.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
ain't got to
yeah.
think about it. It's like, I couldn't use another pair of drawers.
I could think of about 50 things better for
Mm.
Christmas than underwear.
I got like 300 pair.
Underwear?
Yeah.
Whose are they?
Well, most of them's mine.
Most?
Most of them. I don't wear them little stringy ones.
No.
Those are.
See, it's
Not
weird.
mine.
There's times that I've checked my underwear drawer, and there's other boxers in there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we're traveling with the trailer and everything, and like, I know they're not. I mean, I hope my wife's not cheating on me. I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think so either.
You know,
I don't know that I'd want to wear somebody else's boxers.
no, like I pulled them out and they're like big. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if you are gonna cheat on me, like, for real, like.
Andre the Giant, maybe?
No, everything gets confused. You pull out somebody else's drawers and you're like, whoa, that ain't mine.
You got to worry about, like, does Mike keep underwear in the trailer?
I don't know. Is that why you said the big boxers would have been Mike's? Yeah, no. I mean, everybody changes.
He's
in there.
definitely not coming on the podcast
Well, people,
now.
no,
Sorry,
there
Mike.
went that. People get drunk at my house too and leave things on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm going to
No.
get drunk at Andy's house and leave my boxers laying there.
I haven't found a pair in a very long time. I mean, I think it's been a long time.
That's probably a good thing.
Well, my wife found there's a bunch of drawers in there in like the closet that just have stuff in it from the years.
The junk drawer.
Yeah, it was the junk drawer.
So when it
Whoa.
turns into the boxer drawer, it's the junk keeping drawer.
She's never opened that drawer, and it got us in a fight a couple months ago. She opened the drawer, and there was, female underwear in there.
It's never
Oh,
good.
Well,
No.
then I'm like, okay, those are from like high school.
Wild and woolly years.
Oh, is that who they are? I'm like, come on, really?
It was 12 years ago.
Underwear. Underwear, man. Okay, so that's where this has went. Like, is there some? Where were we going here?
Yeah, I don't know where we were going. Well, let's see. We started.
Jesus, I can't believe I just had a 10-minute conversation about
It
underwear.
was a good conversation.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
If anyone ever comes over to my house, please
Leave
don't
your
leave your
underwear.
underwear at my house.
mhm.
Causes freaking problems.
I come over, I ain't wearing any.
See, I thought about doing that. I'm like, you know what? I don't need underwear. I'll just stop. I get yelled at. I go to the gym and have to wear certain boxers. She gets pissed.
Yeah, well, hey.
Can't give away all the secrets.
No.
I put most of my life out there for public consumption. I don't want to give them all. I don't want to give you everything. I want to make you wonder.
Not unless you get an endorsement.
I learned more than I needed to learn.
Hey, listen, Ralph Lauren picks me up. Shout out Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I'll wear their boxers. I'll model them. I can't even say that with a straight face.
you do that. Don't tell me.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
No, you just see it. I'll be the Calvin Klein guy. Just
Mm-hmm.
they all do the one pose.
You even put your knee up. That was good post. That was
The effort was made.
that was there.
Well, it's nice because I can do poses. There's videos. You guys have videos.
Yeah, people can consume things in different ways.
Right, and I appreciate that. I wanted to do that with my podcast. But
Top notch here, buddy.
I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, man.
So I'm in too many places that I don't have time to set it up. Someday my dream will come true and I'll have a studio. And all
Right,
that
exactly, man. Well, I mean, it's even us setting this thing up. It was just thankfully we had the building, and I have enough extra shit that I can set the mics up. We can leave them here.
Right.
We can leave the board down there on the floor. Everything stays wired. All we got to do is pull the SD cards when everything's done, and then we're out the door.
And that's nice. And I could do that with studio too. But I have I'm like a traveling podcast.
Yeah.
I'll go to I understand people got busy schedules. I still need to put out an episode.
Oh yeah, man.
I'll go to you.
Yeah, you got to be
it's worked out.
Yeah, you got to be able to do it mobile, which is especially for video that makes it almost totally impractical.
Right.
But hey, you're doing good, buddy. You're doing good. You're getting some hits. You're getting a lot more hits than we are.
We're getting hits.
Well, we're gonna get hits on this one.
Probably.
I hope so. We're gonna get at least 10.
Well, of course,
I know we're getting 10.
Just tag me on
Grant's
Facebook. It'll be out there.
Yeah.
People love hearing me talk about my underwear.
Grant's on it.
Yeah, well, and Grant.
Yeah.
Grant's there. He's got friends down in where was you? New England, Texas.
Well, I was all over the damn
San
place.
Francisco.
Yeah, Florida, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as this is halfway to a hunting podcast, before you even got here, we were sitting here bullshitting, and Grant went into this great long speech about hunting down in the South, down in Carolina and Tennessee, and because we got on a tirade about poaching deer, and not that any of us have done it, but about the fact that the way that they hunt down there is similar to what you would consider poaching down there.
I don't agree with it.
Yeah. So let's bring everyone up to speed because we already had the conversation, but Andy wasn't privy to it, and this is good stuff, I do believe.
You shoot a deer at night, you're poaching, legal or not.
Well,
I don't agree with it.
So Grant, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that we got into it was you said what you get an all-in-one hunting license down in North Carolina.
Yeah, I paid $27 for a sportsman hunting license. That gives me onshore fishing, offshore fishing, and I can hunt any animal that lives in that state. So that includes bear, migrating bird, everything's included. How Pennsylvania works is they make you pay separate for everything. So you got to go get a bear stamp.
Stamp for this, stamp for that.
Yeah, you got to get migrating bird stamp. You got to get a fishing license. Then you got to get a damn trout stamp.
Yep.
What's next
But-
is an 8-point stamp, or do you want to shoot a 10-point? You get a 10-point stamp.
Yeah.
you
Down there, it's
Might as well.
down there, it's $27 you get everything.
It's freaking incredible. And
I'm
then
gonna just get the 217 point stamp. That way I can kill whatever I want.
Yeah.
No,
unless it's only good for 217, that's the problem.
Yeah, if it's
That's how Pennsylvania is.
216 point, you get fined. Basically, I mean, I'm just being funny, but
and then the other thing
might
was,
as well be that.
right, exactly. Well, the other thing was bag limits. What do you say? What do you say? $2 4 does automatically?
Well, yeah, North Carolina, you're allowed $2 and 3 does, I believe. In Tennessee, it was
You have deer exist? They live there?
Yeah. They're all over the damn place. But like I was saying, they don't really have that many game lands down there.
See, we're getting hit with this CWD shit up here. It ain't. I still can't get my voice back. It's frustrating me.
I understand. Keep talking low. I got the gain up on you, buddy.
The CWD thing's really annoying,
Yeah.
and I don't know where that come from.
I don't think we have that down there.
I don't think we
I
have
haven't-
that here.
I haven't even heard. I even had heard about it down there.
You don't think we have?
I think it's. It's always been here, but it's. I don't say that it's that, but just more people seeing more of it because more cameras in the woods. There's more hunters in the woods. Well, up until this last few years, but
Yeah.
there's more cameras in the woods. You're seeing more sick deer. The deer's always been here. It's always been sick deer. It's just now being more publicized.
The little
That's
bit.
a good point there.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
Do you think they carry tuberculosis?
I'm sure they do. Yeah,
I got TB, Dutch.
I'm sure they do. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen them with the bubbles. If that's what it is, they have something. But so does people. I mean, it's,
Yeah, but
it's
it
not
didn't
like it's
transfer to you.
No, but it's not like an epidemic. Oh my God, they have this now. We can't hunt in this area. We got to go kill them all. It's isolated incidents. I mean, there's a few that could have it. In my opinion.
What do you do if you cut one open and it's got that?
You
Well,
can't tell.
Well,
so
they got
what, I
bumps
just
on 'em.
end up with TB?
No,
This is what you have to do. You take it to the game commission. You cut the head off. Take it to the game commission. In 2 weeks' time, they will send you back your test results telling you whether or not your deer is positive for CWD.
TB, no,
TB, you can see it in your
tuberculosis.
ribs.
Oh, for TB? You're
can
talking
see it in
about
the
I
ribs.
talked
TB.
to a warden.
You can
Oh,
see
I'm
it in the
sorry.
ribs.
I talked to a warden
You can see
last
that.
week. He was at Sheets, and I said, hey, I got a question. And he says, okay. And I'm like, what's this shit with the deer and TB or something like that? He's like, yeah, there's never been a confirmed case of a deer with tuberculosis.
Yeah,
in the
that's
state of
why I thought you guys
Well, they
It's
have.
never been there.
There's something on. If you got a deer up and see the rib cage, you see all the bumps on it. I don't know if that's what they're considering.
Cancer, maybe.
That. I've seen several of them like that, but
I don't know.
I don't know what it
I
is.
said some guy in Michigan got tuberculosis. 72 some years old, something like that.
he
I'm
probably
like, wait a
had
minute.
it. He probably had it.
How can you say the deer the guy 72 his immune system probably sucked?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, when it's TB, TB is transferred through bodily fluids. Like if somebody with TB coughs in your face and you inhale it or swallow it, that's how you get TB. So I don't know how you would get that from a deer if it hadn't. Like I was so confused. I brought that back to CWD because I was like, I hadn't even heard of TB in deer.
That's the reason they're saying that a lot of people isn't hunting this year.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know that the truth of that. There's definitely down. The numbers are way down.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't believe it's an epidemic like they claim it is.
I still go hunting. I've been hunting
Oh, keep
constantly.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'll kill it and eat it.
It is what it is.
You go out today?
Yes.
Attaboy. Morning?
No.
Did you catch one?
Really?
This afternoon, yeah, we was supposed to do a photo shoot today, and the rain kind of screwed that up. And
I covered that with that selfie.
hey,
We're good. We're good.
you did.
I did.
And
$20. Cash.
you paying me?
We're split.
We'll split it.
We're
You
split.
guys owe us.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I got paid
No,
today.
I only seen one doe, so that sucked. But
Well, at least you saw a deer.
you're right. I even filmed it.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I'm into that now.
Yeah,
I
you-
really love filming.
So you were showing me
hunting.
some of your
It's
clips from yesterday, and
It's frustrating though. It's very challenging.
You can't make the shot until you got it on camera.
I know. And like I'm gonna be honest with you, if any of these big bucks I have on camera comes out and like within 2 seconds I can't get the phone,
You
It's
missed it.
down anyway.
I'm done with the phone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we'll film afterwards.
Video the track.
You know, it sucks because my buddy's got that show on Fox 53 now, Keystone Wild Outdoors, and I'm filming for them. I'm gonna be on the TV show, which is exciting to me. I think TV, that's cool, and they're entrepreneurs. They're doing something that
Good guys. They've been here.
it takes time for them to do what they're doing, and they're putting a lot into it. And both of them walked away from really safe jobs to start their own landscaping business. I've had them both on my podcast, Steve and Joe, to give them more time to be able to work on the show and
Right.
stuff like that. And it's just cool to see somebody succeeding and like chasing their dream. I know what it's like, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. And like they've asked me to be part of it, and hopefully I get to do some voiceover work. This is me plugging that again.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Plug
I'm like,
away,
who's
plug
doing
away."
who's doing your voiceover work? And he's like, oh, some blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. By the way, I do that. I'm like,
6 a.m.
Yeah, them guys got a great show going.
they do.
They do.
And it's cool because it's different. It's local.
They didn't do
for us
They didn't do the charity hunt this year
with the Rutten Buck.
with whoever. Like the one I helped them with last year.
That's probably the Rutten Buck Club. Yeah.
I don't know.
I work with those guys too, and I know Dwayne. One of he's like the main guy. Was in a pretty serious car accident. So I haven't got an update on that, but I know he is still alive. It was on Route 22.
Yeah.
That truck hit that. He got hit by a tractor trailer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So it sucks when you see people. They're good people going through something like that. But
Yeah.
that may be the reason that didn't happen. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
I know that one of the kids died too. One of the kids that we just helped. We do that benefit show for them. My band does in January. We raise money so they can they take special needs kids hunting and kids with terminally ill kids, and they do a great thing. And I know the one kid did just pass away, so I don't know that maybe I don't. I get bits and pieces of info because I'm so busy, and it's just like
Sean ended up passing away not long ago.
Sean Kiefer. Yeah.
Yeah, I did his buck for the show.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you brought that deer in here.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Life's short, man. I seen some lady die yesterday.
Yeah, you were telling me.
I did.
Really?
I say, do you want to tell that story? You probably don't.
You watched
So
her?
I have ankylosing spondylitis, which is no secret, and I have to get tested for tuberculosis.
Don't eat no
Oddly
deer.
enough.
Don't eat
I'm
the
like,
deer.
I'm like, I already have it. I don't actually have it. I have to go get blood work every 6 years. I have to get tested for TB, and they didn't do it 5 months ago when I was at the hospital, for God knows what reason. But I'm getting the blood work, and the thing goes over the speaker, and they're like, what they say, rapid response team to the front, to the main waiting room or something. I'm like, I said, hey, what's that about? Like, what do you mean rapid response team? Because I'm thinking, okay, somebody got a gun? What are we doing? I said, I'm in a room. I don't want to be in this room. I said, is there sharp shit in here? Because I can elite, maybe get him with a couple needles real quick. You got hepatitis in here? I'll get this son of a bitch.
Well, didn't you say they said code blue too?
Then they said, she said, oh, well, somebody's probably having a heart attack or something. I said, oh, okay. I said, is the main lobby right there? She's like, oh, yeah, that's probably like right outside the door. I'm like, oh, okay. She keeps drawing the blood, and I walk out, and like, sure enough, there it is right there. Some lady in a wheelchair. She's gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
And
to see
they're
that.
trying to, and then they said code blue. And I thought that was like, I'm like, cops? Like, did somebody shoot her?
Yeah.
I was super confused. And she is, the last I saw, there was a nurse on top of a gurney on top of her giving her CPR, and they said pulse, and no was the answer. I'm
That's
like,
not something you want to
I
see.
just saw a lady die, and I'm like, this is the last time I'm coming to this place for blood work.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to Quest next time.
Where was it, Frick?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was Frick.
Yeah.
It was Frick.
Hence why I said frick.
Frick.
Killing quick, frick.
There's some really good
Yeah,
nurses
yeah,
there
you're
now.
absolutely
Frick's not-
right.
Frick
Yeah.
did have a bad reputation for a long time. There's really good. They got a good thing going there now. They
Yeah,
redid
man.
the whole hospital. It's really
It's nice.
nice.
And say, are they Excella now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're in with Excella. Okay.
I'm there a bunch. I don't want to be there, but
Frick was
pretty
like
nice.
the forgotten hospital. Like, I still don't know that I'd want to have a heart attack there, but
Well, do you want to have a heart attack anywhere?
I
Well,
don't
I mean,
want to have one anywhere.
it was
Yeah.
it was interesting yesterday. Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, I agree with that. The 3 of the nurses out of probably like the 20 that were there, I knew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that makes me feel a little more comfortable about, these were people that I know were raised correctly and like have a head on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And if you are in an emergency situation, that's who you want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the shithead that like didn't pick up a book or like,
Yeah.
know.
See, I'm the opposite. If I need nurses to help me, I don't want them to know me. Because if they know me, they'll be like, I don't see nothing.
Let them die. I
That's a
just
nice
think in
place,
that
though.
kind of situation, it was there was just chaos. That's what it
Yeah, I'm
was.
sure there was.
Because they were trying to keep her alive, and I'm like, man, that's crazy to be sitting there. Rapid response is like, okay, it's happening right now.
Watching somebody die.
They may
in
have been
something-
just in there eating lunch, and then okay, now somebody just died
Died.
on me like
Yeah.
in 3 seconds.
It's not something you want to see.
Cheeseburger to death real quick.
That's got to be a hell of a profession to have to deal with that on a daily basis.
I
'cause-
couldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it. The nurse thought I was nuts.
Really?
She's like,
Nurses
sir,
are-
you can go back in the room. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what happens here.
No.
No, she's like, yeah, I'm like, I've seen some shit. Like, I'm good.
I want to see if she makes it through this.
She just had this
Yeah.
like look, and she's like, okay, you're kind of odd, but that's okay. I'm like,
All she had to do was ask us. We'd have confirmed that.
Yeah.
you want me to actually see if she's breathing? I'll go over and check her.
Yeah. No.
I felt bad. I mean, that's like the lady's husband was like there with her.
Oh,
I think it was her
God.
husband.
Oh,
So
God.
he was just. You could just see this look, and I'm like, man, I know that. Oddly enough, a totally different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we went from underwear to hunting to dead people.
Yep.
We're killing it right now.
Oh, yeah, we're doing all
You
right.
could say we're killing
We're
it.
on a roll.
And I didn't even finish the thing that I wanted to say about the because I mentioned poaching earlier. I want to talk about the thing
I
in
don't
North
think
Carolina.
you finished where you were going with the first question.
No,
he
no,
asked
no,
me.
no, there was a million and a half things, but we can get back to that later. We got time, man. What I was going to say, Grant, what did you say about when you have a farm in North Carolina? It's basically red tags all the time without red tags.
Yeah, it's if they're in your crops, shoot them.
Any time of day.
Any time. I was told anytime you see a deer. Like I lived on a big tobacco farm down there, and they told me
Copenhagen.
Red man.
Yeah,
Redman.
Marlboro.
Grizzly.
Marlboro. Okay.
But I was down there, and
Skull?
the first day I moved in, I was told if you see a deer out here, kill it. I was like, "Oh, am I allowed?" They're like, "Yeah."
It's poaching.
We will not be eating our
Is
tobacco
it-
for our spirits. Get out of here.
Well, we had corn and soybean out there too, but
Baiting and poaching.
you're allowed to bait down there too.
Baiting and poaching.
You
I
can. You
say
can.
honestly, baiting is legal like almost everywhere but here.
You don't
Except
need
here.
the bait if you got red man.
Well, and,
Come on in, dear.
Yeah.
And I've heard different people talk about it, and it really made me think about baiting itself. It's anytime you shoot a deer, you're shooting them either on the way to a resource that they want or at the resource.
Yeah.
You're baiting no matter where you're in an oak tree. You're baiting.
It's always bait.
That's
Everything is
not
bait.
true.
Well, we're allowed salt blocks.
Well,
You
go
can-
ahead. Go ahead.
There's a thing called the rut.
Well, that's dude.
When the rut kicks in, they're
Pussy's
not
a bait.
necessarily on the way to. They're not necessarily on the way to eating.
My thing
But
is,
it's bait. It starts with
Well,
master.
well,
but
you-
Matter of time. Matter of fact, there's a lot of times where the bucks don't even eat during that phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can bait the doe, and then the
Yeah,
bucks will
well-
come where the doe are. So
Well,
you
you-
can have a big corn pile
Just
there.
imagine if you only could get laid 1 month out of the whole year.
that's me.
Yeah.
oh, dude, I
I
tell
do.
you.
You want to speak on
Have
this,
you met
Ray?
me?
So is that why when that one chick pissed outside the Google, you had to run over and look it up?
I was drunk.
You forgot what it tastes like.
The estrus.
Estrus. Yeah. That was a full moon too.
I don't even know that I want to know that story.
My neck was all swelled up. You made that up. That ain't even.
no, that is not true in any
That's
way,
science
shape, or form,
fiction.
ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Say,
science.
this is a weird podcast. Why did I agree to do this?
I don't know.
You had no choice.
Say for some reason you've been my friend for all this time, and you know exactly
No,
what I
you-
bring into it.
You're
But-
a hell of a guitar player, Clint. You really are. You got a good thing for yourself.
Thank you, Andrew.
Baiting. You can't dump corn out and shoot them over it, but you can hunt over a cornfield. You can't dump apples out and shoot them, but you can hunt an apple tree.
You can't.
Oh. Only
the
in Pennsylvania you
How
can't.
do you feel about that?
I mean, I get the difference. It's not bringing them specifically in front of you.
What if you put a sign up that says this bait is for squirrels? Any deer seen will be shot on.
Yeah.
But no, it's the same thing.
And they do make it more challenging that way, though.
But
It's got to be planted. It's got to be in the ground. It's got to be there for a certain amount of time. Or
still bait.
well, it's natural at that point, though.
Well, it's part of agriculture, not part of part of the natural order.
Because if you took-
it's nothing that's artificial. I'm sorry.
If you take shell corn and dump it out, they're coming.
Oh, of
I got
course.
trail cameras full of that stuff. And it's, it's these people go over to Ohio.
You'd be surprised, especially during the rut. You can make a good old Roadrunner pile and stick a sign in it that says Acme Corn, and a lot of times,
They won't come there.
True.
any deer that's worth its salt.
Well,
no,
I mean,
like
all these bucks these guys kill in Ohio, and a lot of guys with the TV show
Yeah.
hunt in Ohio, and there's they're dumping corn on the ground right there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if I did that at the farm,
You go to jail.
I'd have every deer in the freaking woods over there.
But you're not allowed in PA.
No, and that's fine because I like her being somewhat of a challenge. That was one of the things I was going to say about filming. It's challenging.
Oh yeah.
It's very challenging. Now I don't have the thousands of dollars worth of camera gear. A couple guys have been going out with me that have that, but I mean this iPhone does pretty freaking well, and it's easier because the more movement you have, the less chance you got of seeing a big buck that's worth shooting. But
Well, it makes it more of a challenge because if you got bait there, then the deer are just going to go to the bait. You can do whatever. They ain't paying attention.
they
to
don't
you.
even care about
Yeah.
what you're doing.
You got to have the property that has the bucks on it too.
Right. I just
I mean,
think
Yeah,
it's like
you're
I
absolutely
think it's
right.
entertaining when I see these guys spending all this money to go out west and hunt, and they're baiting and they're still not seeing deer.
Right.
And I'm
Mhm.
like, what are you doing wrong?
Well, that's why I always say, dude, bait is not a guarantee that you're going to have deer in, because you can go ahead and hunt over an apple orchard, I mean, a good one on a piece of property that doesn't have any apples around there. And as we all know, apples are cocaine to deer. They love corn, but they love nothing more in the world than apples.
Deer will go to acorns before they go to anything.
Well, that's also true. So, well, then let's go and bring it to an oak flat.
White oak.
Yeah. Let's bring it to a white oak flat with nice, not bitter acorns. You can hunt that dawn and dusk, and unless one of those big mature bucks, a 5-year-old buck, makes a really big mistake, you ain't going to see him. It's no guarantee that you're going to get the deer that you want. I mean, you'll get other critters coming in there. You'll get more immature bucks. You'll get does and fawns coming in there, but it's no guarantee that you're going to have that big 140 class deer cruising in there.
Well, you gotta play to win, man. There's a lot of things that people don't do, and like when I go by myself, I see deer. I've been hunting one specific buck for a very long time. And
I know
I've
that
shot
buck.
a couple in between that, and I've seen him a lot. I've been blessed to see this deer and interact with this deer. It's just never worked. It's been this was in the way, or
Andy,
he was
your
just a little too far away.
Your relationship with that deer is extremely unique because I know that you're talking about.
I'm just hoping that this is like a book right now.
Yeah, it really is like that. I've never seen a relationship of a man with a specific deer that's had so many chapters in it.
The Rivers Divide. Donnie Vincent, you should watch that.
Okay.
How old is this deer now?
He's 6 or 7. And I've spent 5 years with him.
I have one for you too. You need to watch Naughty Nurses 7. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Naughty Nurses 7?
Yeah. 6 is shit. 7's awesome.
Okay.
Just so you know.
That's porn, right?
Yeah. That's the joke.
I'm going to wait till Ian's leave before I Google it.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
As you were about this deer and the chapters of your life.
I just want to close the book.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be great to actually be able to tell a story of this deer. And like, I have videos for years of me talking about him. And, I got a couple videos of him far off in the field. I got pictures out the ass. It's always something.
Yeah.
Like, he has always just avoided death by mere inches.
That's why he's that old.
He's lucky, too. He's got a lot of luck on his side. He really does.
Well, they don't get that old without a lot of smarts and a lot of luck.
I've shot at him one time in gun season 3 years ago.
You got a lot closer than a lot of guys do, man.
Full tilt run through briars. No chance. But I seen him come. I'm like, I'll be damned if I don't at least try. And right when I shot, he jumped down over this knoll. I'm like, shit. I don't know. I think it'd be real cool. And I was sitting opening morning, actually, bow season this year, a week ago. I saw him right off the bat. I'm like, this is the year. It's going to happen because he's getting old. He's making mistakes.
Yeah.
He's getting a little more confident. I think he's not so concerned about anything.
He's still as big as he was years prior?
He right now has the most points I've ever seen on his head. Not the widest I've seen.
All right, he's going downhill then.
Yeah. Well, I think next year will be his biggest rack. Because there's...
I was just about to say, don't they start going down after they get so old?
They go down, but they spike again.
Yeah.
So if last year he was a mainframe 12, and he was a good 4 inches past his ears. And this year he's probably only 1.5 inches, 2 inches past his ears. But dude, I'm telling you, the thing's got bases on him like as big as that Pepsi can there. Giant buck, and he's probably 230 pounds.
Yeah.
He's a big deer. But I don't know. I just want to close that chapter. Like, it's just like, I think a lot of people don't even believe me that the deer exists.
Oh, dude, like you and I
don't show anyone pictures of them. I just keep them to myself. I
I
show
would too.
a few people here and there.
Oh, dude, like you and I said earlier, before we started, I thought you were full of shit until you and I saw him in person one night when we went out spotting. And I was like, holy crap, Andy is...
he's real.
Oh, he's real and he's everything that you say he is. I was aghast.
He does a good job staying away from the road. I've only seen him near the road 2 or 3 times in 5 years. I did almost hit him, and I know the neighbor at the one farm almost hit him, and I mean, like, he thought he did hit him.
Yeah.
And I seen him 3 days after that, and I'm like, he's fine. He was walking with no limp. Now last year, as weird as the weather was, I'm like, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it through the winter. third picture on my trail camera this year was
that
him, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, here's my boy right there.
Hope.
Well, I hope you get him this year.
It'll be nice, but like I said, there's 4 or 5 other bucks over there that I would never pass. I mean, hell, the one's a 140-inch buck, but he's got a palmated brow tine that looks like a spoon. Like he's crazy. I'll show you a picture of him. He's cool as hell. He I don't know, man. I think like that'd be really hard to pass.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah.
Like, how many deer you see with palmation?
Oh, yeah.
And there's another real big 10-point.
One of them walked right through Heather's yard every evening last year
Where does she live?
in the apartments up there.
Oh yeah, that's probably him.
Yeah, she said
He don't go over that way much. I don't know. That's people say they see big bucks over there, but
She's
like,
seen
they're
him every
seeing
evening.
a couple different bucks.
Yeah.
Not this particular deer doesn't leave this hollow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he doesn't need to. He's got food, water, and the thickest shit you've ever crawled through. It's all there. And his doe herd, he got pick of the litter. He doesn't have to leave anymore. He's too old. That's why I don't really get concerned about it. If somebody else in the area gets him, he get him. It's hunting.
Yeah. Every big deer I've ever come across, that big 8 that I killed that I showed you guys.
Remember that buck me and you seen that one night down from your house?
Yeah, up on
I'll never forget that.
up
deer.
on
That
Fairfield
was a
Hill.
Big son of a bitch.
Yeah. That was that guy was bigger than the one I killed, but even the one I killed
Oh
was
man, that was a 180-inch buck. Easy.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm like, hey, who owns this farm? I'm on my apps trying to go through everything. And there, I think we counted 106 deer from one in a half-mile stretch. I'm like, Clint, what is this place? Like, did we drive through a fence?
That's posted.
Oh, there's posters
yeah.
everywhere.
Posters.
Every tree,
Yeah.
every 13 feet, there was a poster.
Yeah, Fairfield Township's good for that, man.
Oh, he was a big buck.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of woods up there though.
Yeah. There is. It's an interesting place because you got the.
There's 217 acres, I believe, on that particular farm. I remember it pretty clear because I did quite some investigating.
We should probably take a ride up there and get permission to hunt that.
I did everything but make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, everybody has a price. They will lease their ground to you.
Dude, all you got to do is give them a couple signed T-shirts from the Andy Davis band. You're ready to rock.
Hey, they can have a price. I don't have the money to pay them.
I'll lease you my property.
I won't be. How? Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on
You
it.
already got all the deer around here dead. They're up here on the walls.
You can almost see what they're going to look like mounted too if you shoot them.
I like his chrome skull you got over here. Not big growing chrome. I'll get a flat black one day.
He can do color tint, red, but whatever color you want. I got a European up there that's red, white,
Probably
and blue.
hard for you to see with them glasses on. What color?
I'm going to grab that.
Grab that for him, Clint. Yeah, my buddy Ray does that. It's chrome spray. Put any color tint you want in it.
Huh.
It's pretty neat.
Is those camo? Oh, they probably dip those.
They can do great. No, those ain't
Camo chrome?
Those
How
are
would you
spraying.
do
No,
that?
no, not camo chrome, but just camo.
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Shout out to Ray Sefcek.
And away it goes.
It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah, it's
That's
different.
patriotic
It's
bastard,
different.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you know.
something different. It's expensive though because it's actually automotive wheel chrome
Oh, wow.
sprayed. Yeah, baked on too.
So it's like the American force of
Deer.
deer.
Yeah,
Deer.
pretty much. As far as you know.
I don't know.
Thanks,
Wheels,
Clint.
them
No
wheels ain't
problem.
cheap.
No.
So you had questions for me.
Yeah, I could keep asking you ones, or I could keep talking about hunting.
Well,
I'll
we're
do
gonna-
whatever, man. You got me here for a little bit.
You ask and we'll change the subject.
Yeah, well,
midway.
that's kind of the whole point of the podcast, man. Oh hell, Andy. Actually, I'll ask Andy questions about hunting. You start hunting when you were 12, or when did you start?
12, I think.
Did
12
you-
or 13.
You and your dad go
Actually,
out?
no. You know what? The old man took me hunting for the very first time. I was probably 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was 15.
When did you kill your first deer?
15.
15?
Yeah,
Got
I
then?
shot a fawn,
Attaboy.
and it cried.
Still
Oh,
deer.
so it was a good
It
old
was-
experience.
It was the worst thing
That's-
ever.
yeah.
I'm like, man. And I only had one bullet.
No.
Oh, Andy.
Should I shoot it again?
What'd you shoot it with?
I
Like a break 243?
No, a 30-06. I hit it in the ass.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
You
No,
broke-
it was running. I thought it was a huge deer, too, and I walk up to it. I'm like, oh, man, this thing is not big.
Not at all.
They always look bigger running.
Well,
They do.
They do.
I call them eaters, too.
Except that one.
Whichever one that
Yeah.
was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, or Randy, you going to make me crawl over there and start
No,
picking them up
yeah.
and dragging them over here in front of the camera?
No.
No, not yet.
Nah.
Not yet.
I like that one you got over there that has the the main beam's in the most touch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a cool deer.
Like the snow-covered one.
Actually, the one right beside it. I killed him.
Snow-covered one?
Yeah, the one above, like right beside it.
Oh.
That's actually a younger version. I'm sure those bucks are related because they was killed out of the same tree.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One's young. One's a 2-year-old or a 1.5 years old. One's a 4-year-old.
That one looks like it took a bath in white paint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I first did it, it was snow and it was bright.
I think Andy's talking about the albino one.
He's right. Jumped in a paint can.
Yeah, well, that's an albino.
Yeah, now the one you did with snow just looks like dust.
Yeah, now I need to redo that. It looked cool when I first did it.
I bet it
I did freaking 300 deer on my own. I need to mix it up, make something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to put snow on it, make the hair all wet looking, because when they're in a snowstorm, they ain't all nice and groomed. Like
Nah, they're all nasty.
So I did it all nasty, put snow on it. It looked cool when I first did it. But
Mhm.
people look at it and go, yeah. Now it's mine.
Now you got it, man.
Yeah.
I like his goat right here, too.
Oh, dude, the goat's the goat. It's the greatest of all time. That's what goat means.
My
That's a
drunken
sheep.
son shot. My drunken son Ty shot that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Where was it in the pen out back?
No, it was. Yeah, it was a high pen. Yeah,
Mm.
Honest to God. But boy, it was delicious. That was the absolute best meat I've ever eaten.
The mutton.
Espy's
Nothing but
did that.
mutton.
Espy's cooked it.
He's got a pair of balls on him, too, don't
I
he?
modeled them after mine.
Jesus. I wasn't pissed for that goat. Here, man, he's got a sack. He be ramming you and everything. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Modeled them after myself.
I'm proud of you, boy.
Thank you, brother.
Oh God. I mean, so here we are, right back to testicles.
We're gonna we can go right away from it.
we can, or we can stay here. I'd rather not stay here. Let's shift to do another gear, gentlemen.
Ask another question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple too. So Grant, when was the first time you discovered your testicles?
I was 3.
What? What? I haven't yet.
Well, the thing was, he didn't even hesitate. He was there.
I was there.
See, do you think about that a lot?
Yeah.
Don't ask me that question.
I'm not going to ask you that.
When did you discover Grant's testicle?
Or that question.
3.
The
I don't
year-
even remember.
The year
3.
1972, Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was doing cocaine off a stripper's ass.
I told you about doing that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know.
That's bad.
You promised me you wouldn't do it no more.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right. On that note, Andy.
It's a very focused podcast.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
strive for
I'm so
perfection.
used to thing being focused.
Oh,
Yeah.
we strive for.
We go for way
perfection.
too long to stay focused on anything.
Yeah,
I want to get back to our music, though.
we'll be talking about lawnmowers here pretty soon.
Yeah, we probably will.
John Deere.
Oh, there you have it.
Yeah.
JD?
That's all you need to know.
JD Ames.
JD. He ought to be in North Carolina about.
Yeah,
soon,
yeah,
coming
yeah.
up.
Yeah, he's coming up there soon. I just talked to him last week.
Was he taking a ride down there?
Yeah, he gets down there and hunts for 2 weeks.
JD?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew
Speaking
he'd
of North
take a ride.
Carolina.
Yeah,
No, he takes
Oh, I
his
thought he-
Gilly
I thought you
Ronnie
guys-
leaves and goes wherever.
yeah, he goes down there. He's got a lease down there. Or I don't know.
Well, no, it's
It's a
South
family
Carolina.
member,
South
maybe?
Carolina. I think you guys said South Carolina.
I think it's North
it
Carolina.
might be.
Is this a new thing?
No, he's been gone for him and Lupien's been gone for a while.
Yeah, because it's actually one of my best friends, Tyler Coleman, who grew up a mile from me. Is part of his family that actually lived right across from the Oasis. That's his grandpa. But they have a bunch of kin down, like a bunch of them moved down to Carolina or whatever the hell was it. They
I think
moved
that's
up
the
here.
group he goes to. That's,
Yeah, and they all go down there because they all go down there and JD's tight with them. They go down there and drink copious amounts of liquor and hunt.
more
He-
drinking than hunting.
He's literally got a 15-minute version of Wagon
We'll
Wheel.
take one of them beers.
He's literally got a 15-minute of Wagon Wheel.
15 version minute.
I'll take
gotcha.
the other one.
Yeah, 15-minute version that he rewrote.
Unless you want to, Clint.
No, I'm good. I just cracked this one.
Hey, Steve, this Bud Light's for you, buddy.
He rewrote that damn song, recorded a 15-minute version of it. Well, that was partially my fault. But just because they ask him to write like a new set of verses every year for it. And it's the most ridiculous shit you ever heard in your life.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hilarious. They talk about them getting drunk and They thought one of the guys was getting into a fight with somebody. Turned out to be a game warden, so they're up there trying to shoot the guy and just. Oh, there's 1.5 million stories.
It's gonna be
there.
a hit.
Yeah,
Could be.
It'll go venereal.
yeah,
It'll go aluminum.
yeah.
Alunium.
Alunium. How is that, Andy?
Anheuser-Busch.
Mm-hmm. You don't drink Bush, you lick it.
I don't really drink this beer at all. I do drink beer though.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. It's always good when
Sober was never cool with me anyway.
No.
That shit's for the birds.
Just drink up. You can handle that.
Yeah.
cold, wet, and
Just
free,
totally
man.
make myself sound like an alcoholic. Whatever.
No,
Oh,
what
God.
2019, you either are an alcoholic or a drug addict.
what I say earlier, Clint, beeraholic.
Beeraholic, yeah.
Beeraholic.
Yeah, you're good at that,
I
Randy.
used to drink a lot. I don't really
What?
anymore.
No.
I don't. And I've had beer 2 days in a row now because of you.
I didn't do this.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
I don't
no.
drink when
No,
you're not
no,
around.
no. We left last night. You're like, dude, we got to go get a beer.
Well, once I get started, I'm like Luke Combs, buddy.
I'll take the blame on this one.
Yeah, I'm like Luke Combs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Too many.
Oh, okay. That wasn't what I was going for, but thank God. That makes way more sense than what I was going to say.
I don't drink
Okay.
much.
I thought you were a hurricane,
Oh,
and I didn't understand how that had to do with beer,
Could
but
be.
possibly.
I drank twice this week.
You drank twice this week, a couple times, didn't
A
you?
few times. I've been
once
practicing.
Anyway,
I turn it on, I can't turn it off.
no,
That's,
And I'm out of donuts.
you are the donuts.
I
That's
seen
good,
my
donuts.
wife as I was walking out the door. She's come back from Walmart. Had Krispy Kreme donuts. I think I might have one of those. This is my week off from working out because I've been at the gym so much, and I'm just burnt.
Mm-hmm.
In my knee, I don't know. I did something to my knee. I'm not gonna lie. I'd still be going to the gym if my knee didn't hurt.
Oh,
It hurts
Andy.
pretty bad.
So you're taking a week off and eating Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, why not?
Makes sense to me.
Drinking beer,
Drinking beer.
eating,
Podcast.
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what I miss about
serious
Sometimes you just gotta
podcast.
detach. I've been working so much, my voice is wore out. Everything's just, the music thing is it's different. It wears you down.
I learned a lot last week. I will say that.
Yeah.
You were at the studio.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was
Seeing the work that goes into
Lot of
something,
work, lot of
creating,
work.
just thinking if did I do it right? I gotta ask 30 cents. Did I say that word right? There's
Over and over
recording's a
again.
crazy thing, man.
I learned a lot.
Oh yeah, because we spent what, like 2 hours on that vocal take?
I'm not sure I'm going to put out an album now.
Yes, that made you rethink
I
that.
think I'm just going to go hunting.
I think I'm just gonna hunt. I wish sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? I should just hunt. But I think I believe in my product, and I know a lot of people believe in my product. So,
When's your release date? When's the party?
March 28th is the release party for the currently unnamed record.
That was the next thing I was going to ask.
It will be coming out on the 27th of March.
Okay.
13 tracks, I think.
Yep.
I'm pushing for that. It'll be 10 to 13, depending on what I convince the rest of the team.
Like I
on.
always say, man, if you're going to make people spend $10 on a CD, give them give them 11 at least. That way, it's not just because they can go and download the MP3s for a buck each. So
Right.
give
And
them their money's worth.
I've come to figure out that like you're not selling CDs now to sell CDs.
No.
You're selling CDs as a novelty item,
Yeah.
so people can say they have the hard copy.
Yeah.
The same way vinyl's coming back. It's like people just want to say they have it because you can get it on iTunes.
Oh yeah,
And
everything's
this shit
downloaded.
travels. Hell, half the trucks now don't even have CD players in them.
No,
Nope.
it's all Bluetooth. On your
So
phone.
people's gonna buy both is my hope.
Right.
But the party has to be there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you got to do the party, and that's somebody's like people don't do that anymore. So people can kiss my ass because I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I from the get go, as we were working on building this thing up, I was like, I want to just have, like, this has to be the party of the year. I'm like, it has to be the party of the year. Oh, by the way, we're releasing our record that night. Like, I want it to be the biggest freaking blowout, like this party, just crazy. And I also have to, like, I also want it to be, all ages. We were talking tonight, like, okay, like, we obviously can't have little kids there because it gets crazy,
Yeah. Drinking.
Yeah, I just want people to have fun, man. That's all I do. That's all I do with any of these songs.
Yeah.
I just like people see. I think I've told Clint this before. Like people, people get this thing, oh, you want to be famous, you want to be big. No, I don't. Fame is a byproduct of being effective. If my songs are effective, then maybe that happens, but I don't want that. I just want to be effective. I want to make people happy. I want to make people understand that somebody can relate to them.
Right.
And I think that's really why I do music.
Well, yeah,
anyway.
I was going to say that's been the route the whole time. It's and I can speak for both of us in that. And the reason that we do what we do is because
you just see me spill my beer on my nice Carhartt shirt.
I did just watch that. And that's why we do what we do, so Andy can spill beer on his nice Carhartt shirt while we're sitting here drinking beer and talking about
tune in
underwear.
next week, folks.
Yeah.
Now, can I say about the when I was there when you was doing the recording?
Yeah.
That song, I won't say the name, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
The song that you actually got to witness is what I believe is the song that could possibly break me as an artist.
I think it will. I honestly do.
I think it definitely broke my band like in a different way.
I really enjoyed it. I really liked it.
So did you get more feedback about it today?
No. We weren't. We were working on the release party today, actually.
Yeah.
I showed it to a couple people. So I have what I call my core, my core fans.
I'm hard to please. And I love that song. I love it.
I
Absolutely
appreciate
love
that.
it.
It means a lot. My true core members are a certain group of people that come to all our shows. They help me out. They do everything, and they're great. I mean, truly great people. And we played it. One of them, her name's Kim. She organized the show that we played last weekend. And Kim and her husband Larry was out at the trailer, and they were saying thanks for everything. Before I found out I had a coolant line blown on my truck, that was great. Kim and Larry was there, and I said, "Hey, you want to hear one of the new songs? Because I got to test it on some people before I believe in it." And I do this with every song. Heart of Gold, I've done it.
Yeah.
And people love Heart of Gold, and you haven't even heard that one. That's the video we're working on right now. I actually got two guys that work for Netflix and some of the major television networks doing this video, and it's insane.
Are you guys taking that out soon, or are you waiting now?
I think it'll come out. It's going to come out before March.
Yeah.
We just haven't put a date on that yet because we still got a good bit to film. You got to understand, those guys are filming TV.
Yeah, like I say,
they're busy. I got to work around their schedule.
Yeah,
they're helping me out by doing it. It's next level. It's not even like anything I've done. I mean, it's a real, this is the video that could land on CMT. It's that good. Yeah. And now I got me questioning, is the song that good? I'm like, damn, I got this great video. Where is the song gonna live up to it? But,
dude, honestly, as far as just from a musician standpoint, the chord progression, the sonic landscape, and the lyrical content, I dig that song as much as anything that you've done, and as much as anything that you and I wrote together, and I didn't have a hand in writing that one.
Yeah, I mean, I personally really like that song. I think it's recorded really well. I think it's got some really cool guitar sounds in it.
Dan did an awesome job with that. Shout out to Daniel Blake over there at Schoolhouse Studios.
Dan the Dan man.
Daniel Blake Production. Not Productions, production. He explained to me the difference.
Dan has probably almost wanted to off himself a few times working with me. And that's fine. I think he's come to understand that I'm in it. When I'm in it, I'm in it. And I don't shut down, I don't pull back, and I'll just keep working.
Nah.
Dan's like, it's 2:30, Andy. I'm like, do we have what we need? I'm like, I don't care what time it is.
I was impressed.
But, we was over there the other night, and you got to see the song, and I show it to Kim and Larry, and she was like, Andy. I'm like, is it that good? She's like, this is awesome.
Like I said, I'm
you
hard
can
to
see
please.
people's reaction, and I'm like, okay, so I got some folks that are saying, I have showed it to one other guy, and
was it actually the one
my wife? It's funny, my wife doesn't like the song.
Was it the one that I was involved with?
What?
The one that I was involved with.
Memories to Drown.
Oh, okay. That one. Okay.
I'll say the title. I don't care. Nobody know. I've had it. Yeah. I've leaked a little bit of it on Snapchat, and
yeah.
I'm gonna leak a little bit of the whole record on there.
Well, it's out now.
Yeah, Memory to Drown.
There's gonna be 7 people hearing it now.
The song is called Memory to Drown, and it
I dig it.
It's badass, man. It is.
Well, and it's also different for
My
you.
wife, like I said, my wife doesn't like it though. But
Yeah.
she really likes Heart of Gold.
Get a new
Yeah.
wife.
My wife, my wife doesn't. She does like it. She doesn't like a certain thing, and she's very critical about things. I told her, I said, "You're gonna love this song if it buys you another house, won't you?" She goes, "Oh yeah, I don't give that much a shit about it." I'm like, okay, I've never felt like a song's gonna change my life.
Well,
I didn't feel like that about Small Town. The Small Town has changed my life.
Yeah, that's true. Well, dude, from the minute you showed me that, I was like, okay, this is something different for Andy because this is, like for how long you've always been minor key, introspective, not just singing songs about small towns. I can make that fucking joke for 13 years and it's gonna be as funny as it was the first. Or it's not gonna be as funny as the first time that somebody fucking said it. That doesn't fucking matter. The point
Didn't
is,
he say he wasn't going to say the F word?
yeah, I
on the
know.
He said it.
Don't worry, I'll just bleep it all out, or not. It doesn't matter. We're over the time limit anyway for my F word censorship.
Just if you stay away from it, it will benefit.
I know.
promise.
Well, the problem is I gotta pee, so I'm just like I'm in like what?
mode.
Do you think of it like when you're in the tree stand, and you got a buck walking in front of you,
See, I shut down when I got when
And-
I'm in the stand. I don't.
and you're ready to draw, and you do something, and that deer can feel things change around him, and he knows something ain't right. That's me right now, which is why I dropped the F-bomb.
The first podcast. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 like Morse code.
Yeah,
Right.
With Clint. Beep, 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 beep.
yeah. I said a lot of
So you were saying about the song.
yeah, but what I was going to bring up was I like how it's major key. I like how it's a lot happier. It's a different approach for you, but it's still Andy, if that makes sense. It's not foreign. It's just another side of Andy.
Right, and I'm trying to tap into that side a lot more. It's hard. You can't do it.
Oh, dude, I have to piss so fucking
All
bad.
right, you go do that.
Keep going. I'm listening.
It's hard to tap into different sides of you to bring out different stories because you're looking at trying to write a record that is stories that fit together, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get that.
You
I
don't
get it
want
now.
to be like, well, here's a super sad song about something super terrible happening to me, but here's like a
Upbeat.
really happy, I'm okay, everything's great over here.
Yeah.
How
You can't do that.
How do you mix it?
Yeah, you can't do that. So I've tried to find the middle ground, and there are breakup songs on this thing that I wrote along. This is actually it's cool because it's like it's a bunch of stories from a long time. We're just getting started. I'm 29 years old. I've lived a life.
about my
at this
age.
point.
You're about my age.
Probably a couple weeks younger.
Probably.
You'd say,
Just
but
a few.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell with them glasses on.
That's why I got them on.
And that gray beard.
I dye this because it's going to snow soon.
Well, they say
just
gray's the new brown.
Yeah.
Crazy New Brown. Yeah. Your favorite two songs on the new album?
Oh man, I don't know. I got this song that I personally really like. And I don't know how it's gonna work, and it's been a nightmare. Like Dan has actually told me like he wanted to kill himself over this song. He's like, I just want to end my life.
Oh, I know
'cause
this
don't wanna
one.
do this.
I
The
know this
song-
one.
The song's called "Hillbilly Proud," and Clint has tried it.
Yep.
Jay has tried it.
You need me to try it?
I've broke everybody, I think, on this song. Like I've really screwed some people up.
Well, we're kind of using. I heard it the other day when we were in the studio. It's kind of an amalgamation of everything that came before it, but
It's still not right.
yeah.
though.
I was gonna say I know that you still didn't.
It's not right.
Yeah.
It'll never be right. I've
Yeah.
come to understand that it's never going to be what I hear in my head because I can't play it.
get
Whatever's in my head, I can't play it. I've tried to walk him through it. I tried to walk everybody through it. And I'm like, it is what it is. I'm going to get it as good as I can and be happy with it. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes it doesn't work the way you want. But I'm hearing a whole bunch of stuff, I think, also that we don't have. There's a fiddle part there that I don't have a fiddle player to
Yeah.
do. And hopefully the record will give me. Hopefully this will be the only song I ever struggle with that with.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if the record gets big and something does happen, God willing, then I'll have access to those type of people. You'll have access to the best fiddle player and always,
Right.
And then you get a producer that's well seasoned that can say, oh, this needs to be here and this is here and this is here, you know. But I think that is my favorite song because it is. I don't know, man. It's different. It's backwoodsy feeling, man. It's like something. I wanted something strange. I actually
That's why it's so hard to make the instrumentation fit your vision, because I know you wanted the backwoodsy thing, but in some ways it's also in the current arrangement is in cahoots with the way that like Roland's put together and the way that Small Town's put together, and that we have minor, major, major, and that's from a technical standpoint.
Right.
But so it's in a minor key, so that lends you to that more classic rock sound. You know, the distorted guitar and screaming down on it.
A lot of things, like Jay plays a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't. Sometimes there's songs that I have in my head that I just don't think require guitar as much.
I get that.
Yeah.
Every song requires a guitar, but to a point.
Well, and especially
where the banjo can take over, be the lead instrument through this whole song.
Shout out to the banjo.
Shout out to the banjo.
You know, like they're like, or like maybe, you know, some type of produced sound, something on the keys that's not.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of music that I listen to now, and I don't. People get me confused, like, oh, you're a country guy. I'm like, listen, I listen to everything.
That's how I am.
I listen to reggae. I love reggae. I listen to a lot of this. Demon Jones. I listen to Demon Jones a lot.
I do. Up Church too.
Yeah, Up Church. I like Demon. I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I attach to sounds. I don't attach to really
I
vocals.
get that
or,
now.
He's got good beat.
I
just get this like weird, creepy feeling from that song, and I'm like, I like that shit.
What do I get attached to? Music's
You love bass, dude.
Music's totally different to me now. I can't sit there and listen to a song and sing along without like. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, you try to tear it apart just like how we do, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Now, if you ever listen to David Jones,
kind of doesn't.
what song's the good one from
Backyard Lullaby is the best one.
Either
he's
that
got,
one
I
or
think.
Feeling Good. I like the way Feeling Good sounds.
I'm
He
trying
has
to.
that
I'm trying
nice
to pick
beat
up.
to it.
I'm trying to pick up.
But like that, the old Jake Owen, like Tell Me, they have these haunting ambient sounds, and I'm like, I think people really like that.
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Dirks Bentley up on the ridge, like that's what I wanted Hillbilly Proud to sound like, a mix of that, but I wanted it to have its own feel. You know, what?
We can do that.
We can do that.
How?
Well, now that you just said that, we can do that.
Okay.
Because I wasn't getting that before.
Oh, well, now that you know, maybe this.
It's
will
on
actually
record,
happen.
folks.
Yeah, that's what I
Stay
feel with
tuned
the
next
song,
week.
like that weird, creepy. I told Dan, I said when I picture the song in my head, I said, you know that the Dark Knight Batman, when the Joker is hanging out the back window of the police car with his hair blown and he's like looking all wild. I'm like, that's the vibe of this song right there. That's what I want. And he's like, I don't have a freaking clue what that means.
But
and
in
I'm
country,
like, I know.
Say you told me that, and I'm like, I understand the vibe. I don't understand how it's connected. And then when you were like, oh, Up on the Ridge or Tell Me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
But see, and those songs do a really good job at being happy but strange and exciting but dark. Like it has this whole sauce that's like weird.
There's a number of ways that we can accomplish that.
Okay.
I can tell you that Tell Me, for example, is minor throughout the verses and then goes to major in the choruses.
Okay.
So we can change that up in that fashion. That would be changing the chord progression. You could actually probably still sing the same notes. We just have to change the chord progression to change what's happening behind you.
Okay.
There's ambience going on in those records, which I think that's a big part of what you're hearing and what you want to have heard on the record.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's... Tell me...
If there's a way to get ambience out of the banjo, that's what I want.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Well, no, but there's banjo there, and Tell Me, there's actually a lot of steel guitar, but used for ambient padding. Not necessarily full on.
It's not a lead, or it's not even really there. It's just like one note, and it just.
Well, actually, think of what how like Dan mixed. What was the one track that I played steel on that we still have it on?
Drifter
Soul. Yeah. Now we can have that in there as a pad, but even more subtle. Just this haunting note that comes in and then comes back out, and then layer that on top of different patterns of
Well,
instruments.
you got where I'm going with it.
yeah,
now,
yeah.
at least
Now I
think.
got it.
And I want like this like back porch picking kind
Yeah.
of feel to it, like
Be-
this weird thing.
Like
Because
Wrong
as
Turn.
it is, yeah,
Something.
Yeah.
like Wrong Turn playing
Yeah,
music.
exactly,
Like, I
man.
want it being like Deliverance.
Yeah.
yeah. Because as it is,
Because like I'm talking about hillbillies partying, and hillbilly parties are weird things. If you ain't
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
been to one, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's strange. There's some strange shit going
There's a lot
on.
of
That's
wild
what I
shit going
want.
on. Yeah.
well, and especially as it sits now because of the guitar work on it. And no offense to Jason, because Jason did a good job. Jason did a great job on it.
Jason does really good, and he thinks I discredit him sometimes. I don't. I love him to death.
No,
He just-
Jason's awesome. Jason's feel is great.
He's also. I mean, I could give him credit. He's working with me. I'm not easy to work with
No.
because I try to I get these. Like man, my brain.
We all know that
morning when I wake
ADD
up-
stands for anti-deficit disorder.
Nah, that whatever. But my brain has these sounds in it constantly, and I wake up with them every day, and I'm like,
Maybe it's a tumor.
It's not
no,
a
it's
tumor.
not. No, it's a music tumor. You know, I get these ideas, and I don't necessarily live in the same world he does or the
Right.
same world you do.
Let's say because
I get a lot of influence. I got,
Yeah.
I got reggae, I got freaking rap, I got hip hop, I got freaking country, I got traditional country, I got modern country. I live in the
You
modern
listen to Red
country.
Dirt?
I do.
Yeah, I like Red Dirt.
I
music,
listen
too.
to a lot of what is on the radio because I work in radio. Like that's what I get. And like, there's a lot of people that deny there's a lot of ways to make money in music. The best way to make money, the most money, is to be a mainstream artist. And anybody that denies that's just really hurting themselves. And I get that there is like the Red Dirt scene. Those guys are making a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, that's a,
It depends on where you're comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me to be the most effective, I need to be mainstream, and I
Well,
need to fit more people because that's just what I want to do. And I think that's what my calling is. I believe that's why God put me here in the first place, is to help people.
Yeah. Well, you talk
I can
about
talk,
that
It's what I do.
dark country, how you were talking about, like having that backwoods feel. That's almost what I think. It's kind of like if you listen to Hank 3.
yeah,
It's
I
like
don't listen to a lot of Hank.
yeah,
Three.
see-
I
well,
know
he's
I'll
like
play.
That's a
he's
very good
punk.
point.
He's punk country.
Okay.
And he sings about like the white family down in West Virginia and
Yep.
hanging out with them, doing a bunch of drugs, all that
Dude,
crazy
the
ass shit.
Davison brothers that are from West Virginia. Them guys are wild.
Yeah.
I knew you were going
watch
to bring
them
this
play.
up.
I played the Glass Festival, and I've actually played with them before, and they just have this strange thing going on that you can't walk away from.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've been doing this a very long time. I think they've been doing it 30-some years.
Yeah,
But they have this hillbilly thing that you cannot turn your head from. And I think it is so cool.
They
Like,
probably listen to Hank 3.
I don't know what they listen to. I really I've
Because-
talked to Donnie a few times. I really
Because
don't.
say Grant, you have a really good point
because
about
he's a
that.
lot of like dark shit and like demon shit and all that, but
Yeah.
he's in country and he plays
But
like
see,
old
I don't
school.
just go down that road.
Well, no,
You know,
no, but
I'm
he
trying
doesn't
to tap
either.
when this record comes out, I want it to be a bunch of things.
Yeah, like but that's
but
like how
all
he
still
does
live
it.
in that middle ground.
Yeah,
you know?
he'll sing one song about getting fucked up on pills. Next song's nothing but driving down muddy roads and 4x4s and everything, and he's
No, because Grant doesn't speak music. I don't think you can talk
No.
about the arrangements.
No.
I can tell Andy about the arrangements. This isn't your grandfather's country music in any way, shape, or form.
It's-
It has the roots in it, and
No, I've heard it.
Yeah,
I've
it
heard
has
a
a
couple
sound.
of the songs.
It-
Like something's, I forget what the hell it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
you probably heard some of the faster.
upbeat ones.
Yeah,
I DJ'd a wedding one time, and that's all they wanted me to play.
Hank
was Hank
3.
3.
yeah. There's
It was a strange ass wedding.
I don't know
Yeah.
Hank 3.
you
Yeah.
know,
He's
Why
good.
am I?
But he plays a lot with David Allan Coe and like
I
I'm
don't-
actually playing with David Allan Coe next
yeah,
month.
yeah. I say what day
Outlaw
is that?
song is-
up at Jurgles,
November 8th or something like
November
that.
8th.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know Hank 3.
you don't know Hank 3?
I don't listen to the radio though.
he's not
I
on the
listen to
radio.
Andy Davis.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not on the radio.
What,
Yeah,
what
no.
is it? I mean,
He's just, I
Hank,
don't know.
Hank 3 is Hank Jr.'s son.
Yeah.
And he's punk country. He's
never met him.
He's more of like an upbeat country and like dark
Well-
country. He's
well,
like
what-
all over the place.
Well, wait, because he sounds like his grandfather.
What about Hank 2?
Yeah.
Hank Jr.?
Hank 2. I guess that's Hank Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hank 3.
No, if you ever listen to Hank,
He's a Hank. Who's Hank 2? What the hell?
Hank 3,
Hank
2, 1.
There's Hank Senior, Hank Junior, Hank 3.
I'm learning.
Yeah. Well, Hank 3 sounds a lot like
Hank 4's
Hank.
coming out soon.
Hank 4's coming out.
And then there's what's his name, who I played with up there.
Oh,
Waylon.
So there's Waylon 2.
That's
Yeah.
Wade Jennings.
Wade Jennings.
Waylon 2.
Yeah, he's way,
Waylon 2.
way, dude.
Well, Way is Waylon's grandson.
Way 3.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I never heard Hank 3. Never. I don't think.
He sounds just
think I've
like
ever-
his
You're not
grandfather.
missing a whole hell of a lot.
No.
He's different.
Yeah, he's a different.
You either like him or you don't.
Eat
He's one
shit,
of
I
those
love
type of
him.
people.
I like him.
I'll have to
Great.
listen to him. But when I listen to music, it's
And
YouTube.
I like Sam Hunt. A lot of people think, oh my God, Sam Hunt's pop country. I'll tell you what, that son of a bitch can write a song.
I don't think I ever heard him.
Lyric wise, dude, he's got great freaking lyrics.
Does he write
Great
his own
lyrics.
shit?
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at
Sam's
least
wrote half the hits that are in Nashville for like the last 10 years.
Well, then thank
He's
God
like
he
Chris
does that.
Stapleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God he does that then.
I wrote a song.
What's
Cop
your
Car?
pork chop song?
Pork chop song.
Keith
Yeah.
Urban's big hit, Cop Car.
He wrote that.
That's Sam's song.
Okay.
Sam has a version of it. I like it better than I like Keith's.
Andy never heard my pork chop song.
Sam is a hell of a songwriter, man, and I like guys like that.
Yeah.
You know, your pork chop song.
I wrote a pork chop song.
I'll have to hear it sometime.
Sometimes I can't do it over the air.
Okay.
I don't go venereal.
Well, you gotta explain how he is, or
Oh, what? I gotta explain Hank 3.
yeah.
Hank 3, just to set it all in stone, Hank 3 sounds like his grandfather vocally. He has this kind of,
Hold your nose.
high pitch.
yeah, you're cheating hard. Yeah, he has that. All right, we just got to take it down for copyright. But he has that style, but Hank 3, as much as it's a strange combination of absolute traditional country, and he spent time playing in both punk bands and hardcore metal bands.
Okay.
So it's not just like we put all this together in a pot and mix it. This is what you get. He goes everywhere from the one end to the whole other end and everywhere in between.
He covers everything.
So there's songs like that Erie, West Virginia thing you're talking about. That shit is in there.
And that's cool. I think that
Yeah.
West Virginia thing is really part of, I
Yeah.
think it's funny because people say Appalachia. Well, to me, it's Appalachian,
yeah.
but
too.
Appalachian country is
well,
what I really like.
Say you and I've been saying
people-
for years that we're Appalachian Americans.
Appalachian. Appalachia, whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
it's all the same thing. But Appalachian country that's kind of what I always thought I was.
I think that's
Yeah.
where Hank's from too.
Outlaw country got put on us at first there. And I don't think we're outlaw country. I think we kind of.
Yeah.
Well, Outlaw Country is a goofy label because
It's real weird because it can be determined. It can be like
Well,
Brantley Gilbert's outlaw country, but so is like
Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
is Waylon.
I
And
say
they're
it-
not the same at all.
Yeah,
No.
it has it. Well, and
Modern outlaw.
Well,
Yeah.
and even put it in terms of contemporaries. Willie Nelson's music and Waylon Jennings' music don't have that much in common.
Well, is Luke Combs
But they're
outlaw
bo-
country? Hell, he's got a song called "Can I Get an Outlaw?"
Well, wait, because it's not
I
what you
don't
say.
know.
It's not what you say. The definition for outlaw country, if you go in the dictionary and look it up, it is defined as someone who is signed to a Nashville label, who manages to get away from Nashville production, while still being signed to a label and being produced or still being distributed by them, but they produce their own music.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's the calling card. That's why Waylon and Willie were the original outlaws, so to speak, because they managed to get because Chet Atkins was producing Waylon's music originally,
Yeah.
and then they rented a house off of Music Row, and they called it Hillbilly Central, ironically enough, and they would record through and do lines of coke like it was going out of style through all hours of the night, and record that way, and they produced their own stuff, and then they had the freedom to
whatever.
mix the way that they wanted to.
I think every country song should have a banjo in it.
Do you think so?
Amen to that.
88% of them.
Amen to
You
that.
can't go wrong with a banjo.
No.
Your song, the one you like of mine has banjo.
Yeah,
Small Town has banjo in it.
Mm-hmm.
can't go wrong with a banjo.
Not at all.
Especially being from up here in
The pork chop
West
song.
Virginia being so close.
Do we have?
Don't say the name, Randy. You gave it away.
I gave it away.
Huh.
It's a good song though. Does it have banjo in it?
It can.
We can add it.
It can.
Banjo and steel.
Yep.
It's gonna be. It's gonna.
I'm gonna steal your banjo.
It's gonna go aluminum. That album.
Or that single.
That single's gonna go aluminum.
In excess of 10 copies.
Oh, I'm
Chrome.
thinking maybe chrome.
Yeah, maybe chrome.
Could be.
Maybe chrome. Maybe
It's a good song.
Maybe brass.
It's a very good song.
No platinum.
Can't wait till they give me my chrome record.
Needs more bass.
I might have one in my basement, buddy. I can help you out with that.
Need more
Actually,
bass.
one of the only cool things I have at my house is a Brantley Gilbert Platinum album.
Mm.
It was gifted to me, and I'm like, man, that's pretty cool.
That ain't a bad thing to have. Do you have it hang on the wall?
I do.
Where's it at? Because I can't remember.
In the basement.
Is
It's
it
in our practice room.
is it down there on the mantelpiece?
No, I believe it's hanging up now. I think
Oh,
I put
okay.
it up since when I did my new floor. Man, that floor, that hardwood floor is a son of a bitch. The thing's lifting up again.
Again?
Is it one of them floating?
Yeah, it's a floating one, but it must have air under it, so I'll somehow have to get. I thought maybe put a shop vac under there. So
Mine does that. I just put mine down, and depending on the temperature, mornings it floats, and the evenings.
I think they're supposed to do that, aren't they? That's why they call them floating floors.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
it bounces. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh, yeah.
weird to me.
That's for short people to reach up in the top cupboard.
They can bounce up and catch it.
Yeah, but you just kind of hope that if you step on the floor, it's not going to move.
Eh.
Right.
Mine moves.
So to answer your question, it's probably Hillbilly Proud.
Okay, good.
You know, that got us in that whole
Yeah,
conversation. But
that was 15 minutes ago.
yeah, I believe it's Hillbilly Proud. It's my favorite. I don't know, man. Memory to Drown is. I'm a real big believer in that song.
Mhm.
And I wrote it, and I shit you not, I wrote it in 15 minutes. I mean, it was one of the fastest lyrical songs that ever came to me.
Do you even remember writing it?
Yeah, I wrote it at work.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, did it feel like you were writing it? Did you feel like it just came to you?
It just happened.
It just happened.
And I don't know where it came from. It doesn't.
It's the way my song came. It just came to me.
It just
It just
happened.
came. There it was.
Small Town did basically the same thing. It's usually those ones that turn out to be the good
Yeah.
ones. And
The ones that just come
it's
to you.
funny because I had Heart of Gold already done, and we were like starting a video before I wrote that. And I'm like, boys, I got it right here. Like, this is the song. Well, that's good now that we've already invested time into the video for the other one. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I said we can make two. And then I got a hunting song.
oh, yeah, we were working on that one.
Yeah. Well, it's totally different than what you heard.
Well,
I changed the whole thing again.
I kind of hope so because we were having so many damn troubles with that song.
It's so easy. It's just I said simplify it, Dan. Just give me a little freaking.
Did you guys bring it down even further?
I have it. That's what I was gonna have you put the vocal on tonight, but I don't think I can do it. And yeah, I mean, it's like, strangely enough, it could be the biggest song I ever wrote because it could be the thing that goes viral on Facebook. But I like just wrote a hunting song because I'm like, every year somebody puts out some hunting song on Facebook
Yeah.
and it goes viral. And I'm like, I could probably write a pretty good hunting song. I spent a lot of time in a tree. And I was like, it's just simple.
Be like Craig Morgan.
I just kept simple. What?
Be like Craig Morgan.
Which
he,
one?
He does his. He has a hunting show, and well, you're on a hunting show, so
Yeah. I
He
didn't
kinda
know
like
Craig
that.
was on a hunting show. We got to play with him actually
yeah,
a couple
Craig
months ago. It was
yeah,
awesome.
he's on the Outdoor Channel. Craig Morgan is. Yeah,
Luke Bryan's on there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he got one too.
Well, they got the Buck Commander.
Yeah.
They're on there.
That's not the same first consonant that I often use for that, but yeah.
Did you see Justin Moore? Justin Moore.
What'd he do now?
He got fined a couple months. I think it was Justin Moore. He was fishing, no license.
Oh,
They
boy.
busted his ass. He's like, we were in Colorado. I took like a couple casts and
Got
I didn't
nailed.
have a license. He's like, big. It might have been Dirk Bentley actually. It was Dirk Bentley, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Dirk Bentley. It wasn't Justin Moore.
I could see.
Justin Moore too busy throwing Copenhagen at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could see either one of those guys doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
I think. Have you ever seen the video of Luke Bryan shooting that? I forget. It was a buck he'd been after for a while.
No.
He freaks out, and it's so funny.
I seen it.
He freaks out.
Then he starts crying, doesn't he?
He just starts shaking, and I'm like, man, that feeling right
Yeah.
there is that's what you go hunting for, right there. He's like, I got him.
He's so into it.
You see my
Oh,
beer?
dude, he was freaking out.
I was like that when I shot my beer.
When you shot your beer?
That's
Yeah.
a beer. You didn't see that yet.
No.
You didn't even notice the beer, did you?
It's a beer.
You've been too caught up in the other beers to notice
That's
the real
a
beer.
Bear?
It's a beer.
It's a bear face with a deer rag.
It's Fayette County beer.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty wild if something looked like it.
Right there it is.
What kind of bear was that? Female?
Yeah, it was a female.
Female bodied male head.
No, it was a female. Female.
It's a beer.
That's a good looking bear.
Came from Dunbar. Dunbar, Fayette Country.
Dunbar Ridge.
Yep.
Fayette Country.
Fayette Country.
Country. Well, Clint, you got any other questions for me?
Do you
You've only asked me two.
Do you see why I have this guy on as my co-host?
I don't know what he means by that.
Well, I mean, part of it's because he owns the building, which kind of helps out a lot. But the other part is just, man, you can stretch two questions into 2 hours and ain't no problem.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it real easy.
How long have we been doing this?
I have no idea.
I still have questions.
Yeah, Randy, start talking so I can look and see how long we've been doing this. Good job. Good job.
If you don't,
Thank you,
if you
brother.
don't got one, I
Hey,
got
you
one.
never saw a beer before.
No.
They're all over Fayette County. They're
How long is it now that we had
120.
an hour and 20 minutes
Yeah.
we've been doing this?
Mhm.
It feels like days.
Yeah.
So the gym progress. How's it come along?
The gym pro.
Yeah.
There you go. There's another question. I didn't even have to ask one. How is your gym progress?
I mean,
Or-
you're
or-
seeing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm benching 300 pounds right now,
That's
so
good.
that's pretty good.
That's
I'm
good.
pretty- I'm
Do-
okay
do-
with
do
that.
listen, all you got to be able to do is like 140 pounds of life, and you're good to go.
100 what?
140-pound wife.
That's how much my mustache can do.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. That's cool.
So how's the gym progress, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, like
Gym's
you.
great
You,
to bang my knee up,
you
though. I
like
can't
just
run.
you just lift like do you lift for just to keep in shape, or you powerlifting? Or
I'm not powerlifting. I just keep. I just
keep it-
like
just
to be
keep-
strong
just
and
keep the tone.
look good. And you know, I took these pictures of my wife the other day, and I told her, I said, "Man, I think that's one of the best pictures I ever took." And
Yeah.
I hate pictures myself. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I hate everything I do. I don't even like my voice, and I don't. I don't tell a lot of people that. I
Yeah.
just don't.
I can definitely attest to that because whenever you and I spend 4 hours editing vocals on one
And y'all
verse,
think it's like the greatest thing ever, and I'm like, it sucks.
I'm that way with mine.
I'm like, it doesn't sound good. I'm like, I don't understand what you guys hear. And I don't. And I've come to terms with that since. I'm like, I'm never going to hear what you guys hear. So just move on.
All right. I don't. I hate
mean,
my
the gym's
voice. I
pretty
hate it.
good. The gym's good.
Jim's
Yeah.
doing okay.
I wish I could get back.
I started running a lot, man. I like running a lot, but my knee doesn't like running.
You see
still
me
into
running, you better
snowboarding?
run too
What's
because
that?
something's chasing me.
Are you still into snowboarding?
I love snowboarding.
you
Absolutely
sponsored.
love it.
You
I just-
sponsored there, wasn't you?
7 of 13 years I was pro-am.
Yeah.
And I snowboarded one time last year.
Really?
One day. The year before that, I had 122 days. Last year, I went once.
Seven Springs.
Yeah, that's all I had time for.
Yeah.
Music has consumed my life.
I mean, just
It
like that Chris
sucks.
Stapleton
Yeah.
song?
The Devil Named Music.
Music is-
That song's real as shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that song's no joke. I don't know. I miss snowboarding a lot. I met so many people snowboarding. I've been to so many cool places.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that music can take me to the cool places that snowboarding has. And
You ever go out west?
and then no, I never left the East Coast to
Oh, really?
snowboard. I've been out west, not to
Yeah.
snowboard though.
Where'd you snowboard? You ever been to Boone, North Carolina? They got ski and
it's
snowboarding.
App. Is that where App?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Appalachian State colleges.
Yeah, it's App Mountain or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
All over West Virginia, freaking
Snowshoe.
Vermont, dude. Vermont is so rad. I love it. I love Vermont.
Never been
I
there.
think I rode Super Park for Tech 9 the last year I rode for Tech 9. And that was it for me, man.
Really?
I'm like, it doesn't get any bigger than that.
Well, you
I
had
wasn't
Burton
going
boards,
to get
didn't
any
you?
bigger. I wasn't making money. Huh?
Yeah. You had Burton boards, didn't you?
No,
What-
Tech 9.
Oh, you had Tech
Yeah,
9
I
boards.
rode for Tech 9 for 7 years. And I rode for GNU
GNU.
and Bent Metal for a year and a half.
Clint, this is French to me. No clue what
GNU
they're
was
talking
just
about.
through the rep, through the regional rep.
I don't think you've ever been
Tech 9 was
snowboarding.
actually through
I've
the
never been
company.
snowboarding. I've never been to Vermont.
Dude, Vermont. I don't know that the deer hunting is the same up there. That'd be the only thing that would keep me away. Vermont is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is the calmest place, and people are just so polite. They're stoned. They're stoned as shit. Yeah, they're all just
Might
stoned.
have something to do with it.
Yeah.
It's great though, dude. It's like I've never seen people so happy. I'm like, this place is awesome. Rutland,
That's why I
They're
like
probably
the
not
South.
getting taxed like
Rutland,
everybody.
Killington. No, they're just hanging out. Up
Yeah,
there.
they don't get taxed to death like here.
No.
That's why I love the South. Go down there every single day. Everybody's drunk and having a good time.
I'm like
That
that
sounds
here.
fun.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like-
don't give a shit about
No,
anything.
we live in a shitty area. We really do.
Yeah.
When you look in the big picture of
Mm-hmm.
it, there's a lot of depressed people here.
Oh yeah. I get depressed every time I
the
come up
area's
here.
become depressed too
Yeah.
because the industry dying. The industry was booming. That's why it was here, and
Oil
we're
field.
kind of living in the wake of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that. We're in the wake of like the steel.
Well,
the steel industry being the reason that this whole area exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it's oil field.
And the
'Cause
taxidermy.
Yeah. 'Cause I did the oil field
Taxidermy,
for,
oil, and coal. Why else come to Pennsylvania?
Yeah. The money's up here,
Yeah.
but the
Money ain't here.
well in the oil field it is. Well, it used to be. I did the oil field for 8 years, and I loved it. Yeah,
It
I heard
don't
it. I heard
seem
it was
like it.
dying down.
What are you doing down there?
I'm working for Donegal Construction.
Okay.
It's based out of here, but driving down every single weekend and leaving we'd leave Saturday morning at like 2:00 in the morning, come up here, get here around 8-9 o'clock in the morning, and then you spend the rest of the day here, and then Sunday you're waking up at 10 o'clock to go back down. So I just said, the hell with that. I'd rather live down there. Because I liked it down there anyways. The weather's nice. All winter long. We only had one snow last year. And the rest of the...
Is there a lot of work down there?
Oh, yeah. Well, this year it kind of sucked because North Carolina had those hurricanes.
Yeah.
And the budget got kicked back. So road construction down there came to a halt. Because they don't have the money to pay it. All the money went
Or
towards...
are you still getting paid?
I'm laid off right now.
Oh.
But I still have my job and everything. It's just I don't get to go back to work until springtime. Because each year,
Well, that'd be cool. Be able to hunt and.
well, yeah, I could still get unemployment. Like the company still pays for my unemployment, gives me a callback date, everything. So
Yeah.
I can collect and just sit on my ass.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
why I travel the world and I go wherever I
Travel
want.
the world.
I go all over the state. I
Just
just
travel the world.
if I,
South Carolina to PA.
well, I go. No, well this winter.
The world is within 1 day's drive.
Well, this
It's a crazy world out there.
Well, this winter it was good because I got to
Go to Maryland.
I got to go to Florida. I spent a whole month in Florida, and we traveled the whole way down the East Coast, back up the West Coast, and then I got to go back to Texas. So I was in New Mexico, Tennessee, South Carolina.
Got to go to Maryland. What the hell, man?
I wouldn't want to go there anyways. You can't carry a gun on you there. You get caught with a gun in Maryland.
This is unscripted, okay?
God. Why?
That was
Maryland,
good.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Maryland, PA. That would be the last places I would want to go.
Maryland, PA.
Maryland and PA.
I ain't going to Maryland, PA.
Yeah, it's not a nice place.
Isn't that basically Gettysburg?
Well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, Clint, you got any more questions for me? I got a wife sitting at home waiting on me.
Fucking roll. Don't worry about it.
I got two more.
Okay.
All right, Randy, go
You're
ahead.
into boxing a little bit now? How's that?
I fought for 4.5 years.
Good.
I miss it a lot,
I miss it too.
and I can't train the way that I would need to train. I just read an article. Somebody died.
Who's that?
One boxer got killed this weekend, man. Yeah.
From around here?
No, it was in Chicago.
PA?
Is that right next to Maryland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're still doing a little bit too?
Patrick Day.
Patrick Day.
Patrick Day.
Jesus.
27 years old.
Oh,
died
man.
from suffering a brain injury.
little
I'm
scary.
like, man, and that's just boxing. That's not even, MMA, like what
Yeah.
I was doing. And I don't know, man. I miss it. I loved it for a brief period of time, and it was expensive, but you did feel a sense of accomplishment, and I got a
loved it.
sense of discipline out of it that I didn't have beforehand.
Oh yeah.
And I also understood it helped me. Excuse me. It helped me to learn how to read people a little bit better. So, I started doing my workouts again. That's what you're talking about,
Right.
Snapchat, and I love it. I think I'm in the best shape right now that I've ever been in. Maybe not cardio wise. When I was fighting, I was 145 pounds. I'm 196 right now.
You can never get cardio shape. It's hard.
I don't think there's ever a top of that. There's no ceiling for
You never
cardio.
get there.
No.
There really isn't. You could just keep going, and
Especially
the
when you
older
get
you
up-
get, the harder it gets.
Yeah,
too.
especially when
Your
you get up-
body wears out.
Yeah, man.
Try to get over 220, 230, 240. You got to make it quick.
Can't get it down.
No, you can't.
Just got to maintain it. Clint's still 110 pounds.
I'm 165 right now, but
Thank you very much. I've been gaining weight.
no, but I seen some.
Proud
Of
of
your,
you.
I seen some of your Snapchats, and yeah, you're doing good, man.
That's
Proud
nice. I
of you.
appreciate that.
I know the work that goes into that. Personally.
I definitely got my left hook back. That's
Attaboy.
that's all I wanted.
You got the farm hand back.
I got the old farm hand back in there. I was feeling weak for a while, and I'm like,
I'm feeling weak. I arm wrestled 2 people the other night
Oh, yeah, I remember that, man.
at the same time.
really?
I had 2 hands on one
Did you
hand.
win?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we kind of put it as a stalemate.
Who was that?
It was me and somebody else.
Him and somebody else arm wrestled me at the same exact time.
Okay.
2 against
I
1.
was gonna say, wait a minute, you just
Clint almost beat me
With help.
with help.
see. I don't arm wrestle. I never did that. I did it in high school once, and when I was about
It was
to
different.
lose,
It was something different.
I picked up a math book and hit it in the face with it. I wasn't gonna lose, and that pursued from an arm wrestling match into a pin him under a lunch table match.
That's
it
all.
was great.
That's great. I
He
love
lost. But no, I mean, yeah, I've been just trying to do a little bit of my old routine.
that. When you do something like that, it's
People
an
at the gym
accomplishment.
think I'm nuts, probably because I'm like,
Well, you are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, Randy.
You
Good
know-
point. Good point.
I do like my stretches, like my bounce step stretches, and I don't care what people think of me. I never.
You
have.
can't. You can't have that.
And then the one kid was like, "Hey man, do you fight?" I'm like, "I used to." I said, "It's still there.
It's the best feeling in the world, ain't it?
It's second to none."
It's hard to explain. I try to tell a few people stuff. You can't know until you do
See,
it.
you were doing like badass shit though. You were like,
Tell,
fighting
hey,
like
tell him
dogs
about
and
the.
stuff.
Well,
You broke some guy's leg at the bar. Tell him about that.
no.
Yeah, tell him.
I just had a hard
When
hit.
was that?
Oh, this was
About 2 days ago.
this was last week. No,
Last
when
week?
was that? How long ago was that?
I don't know. It was when you were still allowed in the Bridgeport Sportsman's Club, but you're not allowed in there no more.
I'm allowed back now. That guy started a fight with me, and
You'll be there Friday.
I'll be there Friday playing Renegade Ridge. And I hit him and broke his leg. Hit him so hard I broke his leg.
Did you hit him in the leg?
And I hit him in the face.
What?
I'm confused.
I hit him so hard he twisted around so hard it snapped his leg in half. Don't
That's
make
cool.
me mad.
That's pretty impressive.
Don't make me mad.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it was.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Andy. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. I had my share of adventures.
You
I've
also
heard some stories.
you also knocked somebody out while they were trying to get away from you in the truck. You punched through a window and knocked a guy out. That's
Oh,
what
I
was,
heard that story.
I heard
That's a
that
good
one.
one.
I actually did. I did that
Through the
one
back
time.
window.
No,
Hit him in the back of the head. Their head bounced off the steering wheel. And they was out.
No, I pulled the dude out of the car, right down there by get
Oh, you took. Oh, that's the easy part.
No, I pulled him through the window.
Go through the window. Go
No, I
through the
pulled him
window.
I pulled him through the window.
I punched through the window.
Because his window was down because he was
his-
MFing me up and
yeah.
down a wall, and I did nothing wrong. This is years ago. I had
Yeah.
a blue Chevy. I actually showed it to my buddy Ryan. You know Ryan Ward? Mm-hmm. I showed up to his house, and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just knocked this dude the fuck out, bro." He cut me off. I had a green light, and he had a red light, and turned onto 119. Dude, I almost T-boned him. I mean, I missed him like by a hair. And I had that big blue 4-door, 8-foot bed Silverado that had about 12 inches under the thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the truck, you can't just jerk the wheel of
No.
a truck with 12 inches lift on it.
Not
That's like that white dually that you had.
No, this was smaller than the white dually, but it was big. And he hits the brakes in the middle of the road, and I'm up on the median. I'm like, yo, what the, what? Wow, he goose, middle finger out the window, screaming at me, and I'm like, let me tell you something, buddy.
Here, watch this. Hold my beer.
And I'm by myself, and I went, you know what? Fuck it. I opened the door and I got out, and I said, out, get out of the car, out now. And he wasn't getting out of the car, so I ripped him through the window, and his foot was stuck in the steering wheel, and that pissed me off even worse. Because once his foot was there, he was like kind of hooked around it and was like pulling against me, and I had him like this, and I smacked his foot, and his foot went down, and I pulled him out and just bounced him off the hood like 3 or 4 times, and I hit him.
Nice.
And I went, get the fuck out of my road.
Nice. I had a few fights.
So I made it the whole way without saying it.
Almost.
I almost made it the whole way without
Almost. Attaboy.
Yeah, whatever.
You're
We're
doing
talking about
terrific.
fighting. It is what it is.
Fighting's cool. I loved it.
It was a good time. Now, you said you had 2 questions. That was one.
I combined them.
Oh, okay.
You bottom.
Combined them.
Is it time to wrap this up, gentlemen?
Wrap her up.
All right.
Can you edit all those F words?
Yeah, I can, but I ain't going to.
How's that?
Oh,
I'll
you
just put
forgot.
No,
beep in
maybe I will, just for you. Just for you, buddy.
You forgot
should,
one
I
question.
promise.
I'll make you seem like a good, reasonable. I won't edit mine, but I'll edit yours. Just,
Okay.
Just for
You
you,
gonna
baby.
edit? You gonna edit mine?
I think you're all right on that front, Randy.
Fire truck.
You
There you
don't
go.
say the F
You got
word, do you?
Fire truck.
You forgot
You
to
don't
ask
say the F word?
I don't
Uncle
swear
Randy
at all,
one
damn it.
question about his ear.
Hell's fire.
About his ear?
The story about his ear.
What? I
How
don't
he
even
went,
remember.
My ear.
No, his ear.
Oh.
Ask him why he's deaf in one ear.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh,
You're deaf in one ear?
yeah.
Which one?
This one, left ear.
Well, what the hell you got double headphones on? You only need the one side.
Basically, I have an disadvantage, but no, we're deer hunting one day, and it's snowy out, real bad snowy. And I bought my daughter a 7mm short action Ultra Mag in a Model 7 youth model, real light, real short little gun. And I put a brake on it from Hart Custom Guns, and it's loud, real loud. So we seen this deer.
Apparently, because I see where this is going.
Yeah, we see this deer out there, and he's like, Grant's gonna shoot it, and he's like, I can't see. And you were shooting left-handed, I think. Right?
No, I shoot right hand.
Well, whatever. He's gonna shoot this deer, and I can't see. The scope's
Fogged.
snow.
Yes, scope was fogged up.
yeah. So I took a napkin, and I'm cleaning the scope out.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning the scope out like this, and as soon as I take the rag out of the scope, he shoots.
Oh.
Boom.
Done.
Drop the deer.
Drop the deer. Drop me. I ain't been the same since. I probably should beat you up over that.
I shouldn't. We shouldn't even have shot.
We should kick your ass.
We shouldn't even have shot that deer because what we had to go through to get
Oh,
the
it's
damn thing out of the woods.
Slashings. I mean, just fresh clear cut and heavy snow.
Oh, yeah.
When you fell 4 or 5 feet. You had to climb back up, and you're just walking on top of the treetops.
Oh,
And when the
that's
deer
horrible.
fell, it fell down and worked its way down underneath the treetops. It took us.
It took us more over like it was almost 2 hours, 3 hours, and then we were only going 100 yards.
Not even 100 yards. It took us 3 hours to get 100 yards.
Jesus.
And it wasn't a very big deer, but
No,
you
just
just
a
couldn't.
doe.
You can't stand as soon as you pick it
So
up.
you went to the hospital, I'm assuming, after
I
'cause you're
got
here?
broke.
So that happened to me before, and everybody made fun of me.
Now I got that ringing in my ears, tinnitus they call
Yeah.
it. It never goes away.
Yeah, I know. I did it with it was an H&K 98,
Oh,
the old man's gun. I shot it. I'm like nothing. Couldn't hear. I mean, done. I'm like,
it hurt.
dude, yeah, it was petrifying too.
didn't it
I'm
knock
like,
me down?
Why?
Yeah, it knocked you down.
I fell down. It knocked me on the ground.
He was laughing.
And
Though.
I've never really been knocked down before.
He was
I
laughing.
was laughing, but yeah, it was funny because
Because,
he
like-
killed the deer. Like it was like an amazing shot. But damn, it hurt bad. I had to go to the
That's
hospital.
no joke, man.
Well,
Hearing is
well,
nothing to screw with.
as soon as his finger went away from it, the scope was clear, and I had it right. I had it right
I couldn't
where
even
I
do
needed.
this. It was like,
I don't even think your finger was
looking at-
away from it.
and I went like that, and boom, and then freaking. It's 24-inch barrel, little short barrel.
What did you do?
With a brake.
The scope was off?
It was
No, it wasn't off. It was just it was all fogged up.
fogged up, so I'm cleaning it off with a napkin for him. I'm looking at. I turned my head.
Oh, I thought you were screwing it back on. I'm like, wait.
The muzzle brakes.
That's hardcore.
You didn't even know where the hell this thing was shooting. You hit the deer. That is pretty amazing.
The
Oh,
muzzle
that's
brakes
what
right
happened.
here. The muzzle brakes right here as I turn my head.
Oh,
You were that far away from an ultra mag with a muzzle brake.
right.
It's knocking you on the ground, and it hurt. But it was funny.
Yeah.
All right, so if you want to continue watching the rest of this podcast, G-Man and Randy be outside and seeing who's boss.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go take the cameras
You
out
got
there. We're going to have a
gloves?
tilly.
You got gloves?
I don't need gloves.
No, give him something so you can tape it around his face. Fucked up. There's that F word again.
We hit it again. All right. Well, on
It's
that,
done.
on that
We
final.
got rags or something. We'll just pad you up with that. And
Oh, you'll be all right.
I'm over it.
Listen, we got
You
napkins.
don't
And
need your legs either, right?
No, I don't even like either.
we got napkins and duct tape, and that's good enough for me.
We'll just put that turkey on his head. He'll be fine.
It'll be fine. What do
Yeah.
you mean you heard stories about me?
Well, you told me. JD's told me stories about you fighting on the docks and stuff like that.
Oh, we want to hear them.
No, we don't. Let's save it for another time.
Yeah, save it
Yeah.
for another
That
part.
was-
We'll save it for next
It
time.
was interesting.
It was real. It's been real. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me, guys.
Oh, I'm glad you were here,
Appreciate it.
Andy.
It's good. Good. Round of applause.
Yeah. You want to do it again sometime, Andy?
Yeah, if I'm not busy.
Yeah. What the heck? Well, at least it's only, 2 minutes from your house?
It's close.
Yeah,
Close.
that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
It's
Well, in any
definitely
case,
close.
Randy, I thank you for co-hosting as always, my friend.
Clint, thank you for hosting. As always.
Can I say my out?
You can't. Hang on. I got to re-outroduce everyone. Outroduce. Grant, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Andy, thank you for coming on and gracing us with your wonderful presence as well.
Thank you, brother.
I love you, buddy.
We're out. Deuces.